Now, self-catering businesses in Edinburgh say they're facing a perfect storm of damaging regulations. But the council says the disruption short-term lets have on locals must be considered. Vanessa Kennedy has more.
Louise started up her self-catering accommodation business 23 years ago, providing short-term housing solutions in the capital. But with a new control zone of these kinds of rentals, as well as a new licensing scheme being considered, she's worried about what this could mean for the business and her livelihoods.
I'm fighting for the life of my business right now. The fact that I'm being put in the same bracket as those people that are doing the stag nights, the hen nights, the not caring about the neighbours, etc., is just crazy. Because Edinburgh needs a company like mine. I provide a service that is required.
There's been a significant rise in the number of Airbnb-style lets here in Edinburgh over the years. The council says the proposed new regulations are in response to these types of lets, creating a lack of housing for residential use, as well as causing disruption to neighbours.
Our residents are asking for better control. It's really the loss of long-term housing stock was where we were coming from, as well as the longer-term disruption of people coming in and leaving buildings, often at awkward hours with trundling suitcases, which would reverberate down, hard surfaced stairwells and wake people up in the middle of the night.
But the body representing the self-catering sector says the benefits short-term lets bring to the city shouldn't be underestimated, and says these regulations could decimate the industry.
This is exactly the perfect storm of both local and national regulations that is going to throttle the lifeblood out of our sector. We're also looking at the impact on tourism in Scotland, and specifically here tourism in Edinburgh. Self-catering in Edinburgh alone brings in £70 million per annum to the Edinburgh economy. That's not to be sniffed at.
The council says if the legislation does come into effect, it won't mean the end of short-term lets, but that they will be more tightly regulated. A recommendation will be submitted in February, but for now, the worry about what these changes could mean for many business owners continues. Vanessa Kennedy, STV News, Edinburgh.
All right, time for sport.